Good morning, happy Friday and welcome to Hunky Dory TV. It's the end of term here at the Hunky Dory School of Craft and have we got a final day for you. We've got an amazing club gift craft along. So joining me today is the wonderful Jess.
Good morning.
Good morning, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Well done. And Kat. Welcome.
Good morning. Hi. It's our first show together.
It is, they've let us
Very
loose.
exciting.
And it's not just because we're the only two in.
No, not at all.
So, the last day of term vibes, isn't it, going on here? Are you okay?
I'm very good, yeah.
Excited?
Yeah, very happy.
This is going to be so much fun. So if you'll have seen, we have posted the projects for today for the craft along. So we'll go into those in a moment. But first of all, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Are we back? We got sound.
You can hear us.
Yay!
Woo!
So we've got Win It Weekly's the 3-tier storage trolley. We'll have 3 lucky winners which we're going to pick at the end of today's show. All you need to do is like, share and comment and answer the following question. Which of the following school rules is true? Is it A, not allowed to eat ketchup during school hours? Is it B, cannot play football on a Wednesday? Or is it C, allowed to cheat 1 test per year? So make sure you get your answers in for a chance to win that trolley. So today what we wanted to do was go back through the club gift to show you what it contains, and then Kat's come up with 2 brilliant projects that you can craft along with. So before we go into that though, how many people have already placed their order to get a free Hunky Dory pen? If you spend £25 before postage on any order, you will automatically receive one of our Hunky Dory pens within your parcel. So don't forget, you can add those in. Offers end, it's at the end of Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, Sunday at midnight. So make sure you get your orders in before that for the pen. If you do want more than one, you can also buy them and they are just £3.99. So you will need to add that to your order. But don't forget, you've got until Sunday at midnight to grab those. Have we got a VT? How cute are these gnomes? And I'm sure lots of you may already have received this and have been already crafting away with it. But just to show you what you can get, look at the bundle that you can receive. Just £25.96, or if you are in our Diamond Club, just £12.99. So within the club gift bundle, you are going to receive the free gift, which is 4 topper sheets, 4 foiled cardstock and 4 printed cardstock. You're going to get the inserts and papers. You get 16 in total, so 8 inserts and 8 double-sided papers. You're also going to get the bite-sized book, which has got 60 pages within it, and the adorable scoreable selection, which is going to match perfectly with this collection, is £5.99, and you'll get 12 sheets and you've got 6 colours, so you'll get 2 of each. So that is £12.99 if you want the whole bundle. If you just want the this topper collection, this is free for our club members. So as I said, it includes 4 topper sheets, 4 foiled cardstock and 4 printed cardstock. But you can just see, for people that haven't yet seen this collection, just how adorable it is. And you've got the the foiled cardstock and the printed cardstock. So you'll see that it's in 4 different colourways. So you've got 2 cardstocks for each of the topper sheets. But again, it's everything you would expect of a topper collection from Hunky Dory. There's just not a single bit of room on there.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was just
another thing on there. Another snowflake. You've got different sentiments to use. You've got your border strips. You've got your toppers with your frames, so you can make your shaker cards and your apertures as well. And again, I just love the purple as well for sort of Christmas. It's maybe not the go-to colour that most people think of. Look at him on there. Just gorgeous. And then we've got the reds. Again, you've got, on this one, you've got some smaller toppers as well, just to add to your cards. That hot chocolate looks lovely, doesn't it?
Scrummy.
And again, all the toppers are different shapes as well, foiled. And as you go through, you'll be able to see which cardstock matches with the which topper sheets. And then lastly, you've got the greens there. But again, so many different options, different size toppers as well. I mean, the main topper there, you've already got your sentiment on it, haven't you? So you don't need to use a sentiment with that. So you can maybe save them for the other toppers there. Again, your border strips. That would look lovely done as a centre stepper card, wouldn't it? With these down the side as well. It always does, doesn't it, when you've got border strips like that. And again, you might want to fussy cut around him there. Cut that out. Just gorgeous. So 4 topper sheets, 4 foiled cardstock and 4 printed cardstock. So that is free for club members. If you do want everything else that goes with the collection, just to extend how many makes you can have with this, the other thing you get is your inserts and your pattern papers. Again, slightly muted tones on the inserts, but you can use them on the front of your cards as well. And because they're uncoated, you can stamp on them, ink onto them, run them through your printers to add your sentiments. But again, you'll see how all the images and the colours work so perfectly with those toppers. And then lastly, you've got the double-sided papers, but because you get 2 of each, you don't have to choose a side. So again, you've got the reds with that, the snowfall. And you've got some sort of busier patterns with the presents. And the purple, that would look gorgeous with the snowfall acetate wrapped around it as well.
Stunning.
They're just gorgeous papers. You can just see how well they're going to work with all those toppers that you get in this set.
But I think they're going to go past it as well, aren't they? You can use them just for like your everyday Christmas crafting. They're going to match with so many other items that you've already got
definitely,
as well.
yeah. If you've got the little books and toppers that you've got from other collections. So that is your patterned papers and your inserts. And then the next thing you'll get, I love these, is your bite-sized book. So it contains 60 sheets and it's 10 different designs, 6 of each. The lovely thing with having these as multiples is you can fussy cut into them, layer them up, decoupage them, get out your sort of your decorative nesting dies and cut around them. But then they also look just as good, just stuck onto the front of a card blank, don't they? Maybe just a matte and layer on there.
It's the beauty of little books, isn't it? That you can be as easy or as complicated as you want to make them. They're fabulous.
Yeah, and it depends on the design as well, doesn't it? Sometimes you can just look at one and know instantly sort of what you're going to do with it. Like this one here, you can maybe fussy cut the presents out and put them onto 3D foam pads, and then maybe just cut along there and keep the, the rest of it as well.
But a book like this as well, where it's all on the same theme, because some of our little books have lots of different kinds of images in.
Yes,
so with one like this would be great for those quick cards if you're making card packs and things and stuff to sell. So if you're making packs of 6, packs of 12,
they're
you've
just
got
perfect.
lots and
If
lots,
you've got your card blanks ready to go, you could literally just put the 60 onto card blanks, couldn't you?
Definitely.
And even if you sold them for sort of 50p, think about how many you could get. Also great makes with the children as well, if they want to send their whole class of card.
Yeah,
30
definitely.
cards you can be making as well. But you can just see how well the images go with those papers and the toppers. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? Just so that one, you get your 60 sheets in that one. And then lastly, and we always need this, is your adorable scoreable. So you get 2 of each. So you've got your green holly, you've got your navy, you've got the berry red, you've got the amethyst, you've got the baby blue, and then you've got the ivory. So again, if you don't use them all with this collection, they're just gorgeous colours that you can use sort of all year round, aren't they? So if you do want that whole collection and you are a Diamond Club member, all of that you can see on the screen there is going to be just $12.99. So please make sure that you order those. So let's have a look at what we're going to make in the first demo. This is the first one, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Look at this. And this one just moves around. I've never seen a square one done like this before.
It spoke to me. Everybody knows I love doing spinner. I have varying success when I'm demonstrating them live, but hopefully I've cracked the system today. But he's just like the way he is on that with his arms out and stuff. It just really spoke to me of
They're
him like
just
tumbling.
fun, aren't they? They're
thingy,
just,
so.
you want to add a fun element to them.
Yeah.
So before we start that, should we have a look at some of the...
Sorry.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, it's me. I missed out the makes. So I love the look of this one. So it's got sort of that belly band on it here.
So cute.
Looks almost like a photo frame, doesn't it? You can see how it joins in the middle.
Yeah.
That's just going to look gorgeous on the mantelpiece. And again, that blues with the circles on. You can see how well the sort of the topper frames as well. I just love how one collection can give you so many different cards as well. So that card bank's just been scored using the foiled cardstock. You just add your toppers on. So that would be a really quick make, but really effective, wouldn't it? Look at the size of some of the cards that you can make. Sometimes, you know, when people say sort of a free gift or, you know, you can only make tiny cards, but this is just gorgeous. Where they've fussy cut around the gnome and added that with 3D foam pads. And again, just using that cardstock in the background, trimming the borders. These are going to be really quick makes, but something that people are going to sort of notice, especially if you've got a stall.
Yeah,
or craft
like
fair
that
coming up.
Really catch people's
Yeah.
eye.
I love that one, the way they've combined the blue and the green together, isn't it? So again, you can mix and match and swap them around. Just gorgeous. And if anyone's made any, you know, that you've had the kit already and you've made some, please do let us have a look at them. We always love to see what you're all making. So can we have a list, is that all right, Jess, of what you need to make this card? So we have already put this online. So it's a spinner card. You're going to need the Our Gnome to Yours club gift, your double-sided papers, gold mirror card, an 8x8 card blank, some grey board, strip foam pads and A4 foam sheet, and your circle nesting dies. Okay, so if you've got all your equipment ready, we'll go over to Kat for the first lesson.
Yay. So I absolutely love a craft along because we get the opportunity to make something with you from start to finish. So there's no rushing, there's no stressing. I'm allowed to take as long as I want today, so we're all good. So we're going to start with our basics, and we're going to start cutting down our gold mats. So you're going to need a couple of sheets of gold mirroring. And we're putting this on an 8x8 card blank, but as you've seen, it's got a nice chunky white border on. So our first mat is going to be 7 inches by 7 inches.
And it's nice sometimes. Sometimes I do the sort of the gold mirroring right up to the edge so you can't actually see the white card blank. And then other times it's nice to have that sort of wider strip of the white in the background, isn't it?
Yeah, and really bring your focus into the centre. So our second mirror mat is going to be 5.5 by 5.5. I might have to keep asking to look just to make sure I'm doing what I thought.
John.
Let's have a I did it on Thursday, my brain doesn't work. There we go, that's right. So next we're going to bring in our layers of the paper and cardstock. So I've taken the corner border detail from the cardstock of the kit, and we've also taken one of those matching papers, and this is going to be our bigger layer. So I am going to come 3 notches under the 7.
Sam said, sorry, she's curious about this one, whether it'll work for a class of 12.
Well, you might there might be a little bit of pre-cutting and stuff that you want to do, and you'll see when we come to making the spinner element later on, because I've made my own rather than relying on pennies. So we'll see. So that was 3 notches under the 7 by 3 notches under the 7, and then we're going to come in. I'm going to take one of these quarter details and come 3 notches under the 5.5, and in the same direction there. And just while we're doing a school thing, just in case there's anybody that's new with us, while I'm gluing these down, I'll just explain notches with you, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. So on our scoreboard, our inches are broken up into 16ths. And they are the little marks that are on the board. And when I refer to a notch, it's 1/16. It's one of those little marks. So when I say 3 notches, it's 3/16. It's just easier to say 3 notches.
Yes, yeah.
3/16 again and again and again.
Yeah, I always used to do 1/4 of an inch with my mats and layers, but I think sometimes it's a bit much, isn't it? Sometimes you just want to see a smaller bit of it, so because the notches are broken down into 16ths, you can do that, can't you?
I do like 1/4 of an inch. I just think the reason I use 3 notches, especially when I'm using toppers and stuff like that, is I think it gives a good match to the gold foil border that's on the toppers and the board and the sentiments and stuff. And I know it's only 1 notch difference, which either side is probably only about 1/2 a notch. It's nothing, just in my head and my OCD.
No, I think that's a good point to make, isn't it? Trying to sort of match it up to the toppers that we've got.
But again, when I'm doing things like that don't involve toppers, or things that are already pre-foiled, or if I'm using a coloured mat and layer system, then I will make it a little bit bigger because I want to show it off.
Yes, yeah.
So it's just preference, personal preference.
Oh yeah, there's definitely no right or wrong, is there?
No.
And it depends what card you're making, like you say, isn't it?
It is. So we're just going to take our construction glue, just layered those up. I hope I'm not going too fast for anybody.
But people can watch the show back as well, can't they? So
can,
if you know, and pause it if you need to.
And we're just going to pop that down there, centre that
Oh,
up.
Stacey's in the comments.
Stacey
works with us.
So we're going to leave that over to one side to dry, and then we're going to bring in this excess cardstock that we had left here, and we are going to take our frame and our topper out of our set, and we're just going to take out the topper and the outer frame, and then we can discard that middle one, save that for something else. That's great to use with like your little books if you're wanting to give them an edge or a detail. You can either pop them behind and use it as a frame, or cut it to size and use this as your mat and layer, so you're not wasting all that middle bit. And then I'm just going to take my tape runner.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Trying to see how you can make the most out of the kit, isn't it?
Definitely. And we're just going to pop this down in this bottom corner here. And then we'll just trim around the edge. Cut that out. So we're making a sturdy background, which for the beginning of our spinner element. So I'm going to take this all the way around. But by putting it right up into the edge, you've only got 2 cuts to make. So just see a tiny little bit of excess there. And me, being the perfectionist that I am, has to get that off. So now, take your circle nesting dies, or Amy's circle nesting dies, if I've got in this case, and we're going to take out number 9 and number 10. And we are going to start with number 10, which is your smallest one. And we're going to pop that in the middle-ish. You can mark it out if you want to. I'm just going to secure it with a little bit of low-tack tape.
I love that low-tack tape. It just makes sure that nothing moves, doesn't it, when you die cutting?
Yeah. And we'll run that across there. And we'll go over to our machine. Now, while I've got this in, because I've got a few to cut, I'm not quite sure. Let's see whether I can be canny. So I'm going to pop that on there, ready to go. Next, I want to make my own spinner element. So I have gone for some grey board. I've got 2 pieces here, and this is where I'm going to use the next size up, so it's bigger than the hole, so it's not going to come through. I am going to try, because I've got 4 of these to cut, I'm going to try and be clever and hope it cuts through 2 at once for me.
Yeah.
We'll see. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Do you think you could use sort of packaging or something if you haven't got grey board?
Yeah, absolutely. Your
what else people would
cereal
have.
boxes, the back of your little books.
Yeah.
That you will have something. Or just some cardboard.
Or cat food boxes, they're always really sturdy, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, things like that. Just have a look
lots
around the
and lots of
kitchen,
things.
isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there's always something, especially like you said, packaging. As a crafter, I'm sure you've got lots of packaging that you can save up. That's always too good to throw away. Yeah, I think that's cut me
Us
2.
crafters always save everything, don't we? Just in case.
We do. So I'll take that one off. That will come out with a little bit of teasing in a bit. So let's do this again. One more time. And we're going to have 4 in total. And it's just so I can double them up for thickness. Like I said, if you've got something else that's already thicker, you're fine. I did originally plan to do this with 2 peas, but they're exactly the same size as your hole, so it gives you, it's just a little bit tricky. It doesn't sit exactly where it goes, but that's why I've done it like this. So we'll pop that one out, and then I can just quickly run around with my scissors just to get these 2 pieces out here. And we're just going to double these up for thickness. Take that round. Right, you could just die cut it 4 times if you're a bit more patient than me. It'll go through in an absolute jiffy if you've got a smaller, like, hand machine. It's just
Will you
because of the
actually
time.
see these circles?
No.
So I'm just trying to think, if you haven't got a die cutting machine, maybe you could just draw, you know, in the middle of a small tape or something, just to get some circles, isn't it? Just trying to think.
Yeah, just right, like the bottom of your construction glue would probably be the right size, like you said, round the middle of your...
It doesn't need to be...
No die cut at all.
Yeah.
Just we use what we've got handy. So we'll just take them out of there. And then I'm just going to use some construction glue to stick these 2 together. So you can, if you're making your own like kind of penny sliders and stuff, this is a way you can do it without actually using pennies, if you're just wanting to be. I mean, using 2 2Ps is probably cheaper than cutting up some of your card equipment sometimes. But if you've not got them to hand, it's just to let you know that you can make
Sometimes people don't have them, do they?
No.
Like, it took 3 of us, didn't it, the other day to get 2 2Ps?
It did, yeah. So we're going to pop them together. And then I have got, this is just a little rectangle from one of our A4 double-sided foam sheets. I'm going to take this little one again here. And I am just going to draw around the inside of this. And this is, I want this as close to the size of the hole as possible so that my spinner is going to stay in place. If you use anything smaller, it's going to you can still do it, but it's going to move around because there's going to be room in that
yes,
hole.
yeah.
So we just draw around there, and then we can cut this out. So it just needs to be just small enough to fit into the hole, but not bigger than the hole. It's a bit of a Goldilocks situation. But the beauty of using these sheets is that you can just trim, and if you need to cut off a little bit more, a little bit less, it's absolutely fine.
Do you think people would be able to use the 3D foam pads?
I'm not quite sure the size of them. I think I went
and cut round, sort of try and do a circle with 2 maybe.
Have we got any squares here? The squares are the same size. Let's have a look. It's just a little bit bigger. So if you just trimmed off your corners, you'd probably be okay. So you can see that just fits in there nicely. There's just a very small border, so it's not going to move around too much. So all you do then is you take off your 2 sides. Easier said than done. And we're going to pop one on the back here, get it as centrally as you can, and then we're just going to pop that underneath, and then we are going to take the top layer off, pop this on top, and there we have then kind of made our own kind of spinny element, which will work better when it's got a topper on. So I'm just going to flip this over now, and just to make sure we've got lots of room, we're going to take our strip foam pads and we're going to pop these round, and we're going to double them up. Now, I am going to cheat, and I'm just going to put it on 2 sides for today, just because I know, even though we're not taking our time, I know what I've still got to do. So, with the other demo and stuff. So I'm just going to put it on 2 sides, but feel more than free to do this on more at home. Go all the way around and enclose that element in there. We can take that off. We'll bring this back in to our card, and I don't think it matters which way we pop this down. We're just going to add that on again centrally, as we can see there, and then take a little bit more foam pad. Just use what you like. Now we can add that into the middle, and then we can pop our topper on, and hopefully this will mean that we can move that spin around. You've just got that playful element there, and you've got it up. You can spin it round, and it's nice and free, which I think we've got. So we're going to go in, we'll add a sentiment, pop it on a card blank, and that is our first one done for you.
That's gorgeous. It doesn't take that long to do either, does it? It looks like it's going to take a lot longer than it does.
Yeah.
But I think perfect for like children's cards, isn't it? Who like that sort of 3D or the movable elements on cards.
Definitely. So thinking at it now, if you're doing it for a class, if you pre-cut out your spinner elements,
I think that's the only thing you'd be fine, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Unless you've got like 12 die cutting machines or how many's in the class kind of thing, because that would be a thing you queue. But if you pre-cut them out, I think you're good to go. And somewhere under my mess is my card blank.
Yeah, and things like the construction glue will save time as well, won't they?
Yeah,
you can
definitely.
People can just sort of pass it around the table as well.
We'll pop this down, make sure we're not making an Australian card, although we might be able to get away with it with this one, with it spinning around. But there we have our first craft along finished.
That is just gorgeous.
Good see.
I just love it. And the purples as well, I think, for Christmas.
Yeah.
Just something different as well, isn't it? How lovely. People are going to take that out of the envelope like that and not realise, and then it's just going to suddenly move around.
Yeah, I know.
That is gorgeous. Thanks, Kat.
Thank you.
Oh, we hope everyone enjoyed that and was crafting along at home. There are other elements that do go with this collection, which I'm going to show you. But first of all, your Win It Weekly reminder. It is your last chance to enter. For your chance to be one of 3 winners for a 3-tier storage trolley, you need to answer, like, share and comment with the answer to the following question. Which of the following school rules is true? Is it A, not allowed to eat ketchup during school hours? Is it B, cannot play football on a Wednesday? Or is it C, allowed to cheat 1 test per year? So this is your final chance to enter our Win It Weekly for this week. So the other items that go with this collection, let me find the sheet, is the foiled acetate. So you get 4 designs, 4 of each. So you can see the gorgeous sort of stars and snowflakes on this one. And again, it's gold foiled, but if you turn it over, you've got it in silver, so it's going to work with other collections that you've got as well. You've got those really lovely sort of border strips for the corners. Just lovely. So if you want some foiling but not too much to cover the whole card, that is just perfect. You've then got the lovely strip with the presents on. So what you can do with these is add your craft markers to add colour to them, depending on which papers you're using. And then I think this is my favourite one.
That is
Look,
incredible.
I mean, that's definitely cutting it into 2, isn't it? And using it on 2 different cards, maybe. Yeah. You've got 2 sort of really focal images there on that acetate. So 16 sheets, 4 designs, 4 of each, just $11.99 or $8.99 if you are in the Diamond Club. We've also got the foiled edge-to-edge cardstock. 16 sheets, and you've got a range of different sort of festive patterns on here. The different colours that we've got. Just see how the foiling just catches the light there. And again, as we've gone through, you'll be able to see how these work perfectly with the toppers, with your little book. I love the present one because it's not just for Christmas. That could be perfect to use for birthdays as well. And that sort of rich amethyst colour in the green. That was the colour of my school uniform. That
Wow,
green.
that's a green.
With the yellow. And then you've got that gorgeous red. Again, and then you've got the sort of the holly strips in your 4 different colourways. And then last, I mean, these are perfect, aren't they? You could use just cut a strip of that, couldn't you, and put it sort of as a border on your card. You don't need to use it as a whole sheet if you don't want to.
Stunning.
Gorgeous for your matting and layering. It's like a Christmas jumper, isn't it?
It is, it's fabulous.
And then lastly in that red. So if you are in the Diamond Club, that edge-to-edge cardstock is just $6.99. And again, thinking how many cards you're going to be able to make with that. We've also got, which I absolutely love, is the Miri selection. So you get 18 sheets. You've got 6 different colours in here, 3 of each. So you've got that blue shimmer. Bless you, Jess. You've got the blue shimmer. You've
that's one of my
got the soft blueberry. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful.
I think it goes with so many other colours, doesn't it? You've got that rich gold, which we all know and love, isn't it, for Christmas? You've got the pillar box red. Again, these don't need to be just for Christmas. Chocolate box purple. And then lastly, your emerald green. So you get 3 sheets of each colour for just $6.99 if you are in the Diamond Club. So again, perfect for your mats and layers, for your sort of construction, your boxes, your crackers, things like that. And then the other thing that we like to do is to add your ribbons. So you're going to get your packet of ribbons, 21 metres. You've got 7 different colours there, so you're getting 3 metres of each. These are perfect if you want to make some of your little book, your bite-sized book into some tags. Maybe you've got the tag die or our tag punch that you want to use. Make gifts for your presents as well. You're doing your boxes to do them, you know, as a closing for your boxes. Or just a finishing touch, a small bow. You get 3 meters of each. Think about how far that's going to go on all your cards. So just $5.99 if you are in the Diamond Club. All picked especially so that it coordinates perfectly with that collection. Let's have a look at some more cards that we've got. Just making, using this set. So here we've got a gorgeous stepper card. So think about all the different types of cards you can make with these. Your stepper cards, your easel cards. And you can see in that one how they've used the topper frame and put it onto that present acetate there. So you can just see through the back there. It's gorgeous. Oh, we said this earlier, didn't we?
Acetate stepper.
The acetate is construction weight, so you are going to be able to make your card blanks from it.
Yes.
It is strong enough. As you can see, this one has been made with that acetate, and then those strips cut from the foiled cardstock. So again, not using a lot of elements from the collection, but just looking how well it all matches together.
And I think this is why it's investing with you getting your bundle at such a fantastic price, that you can then, you've got that extra pennies to invest in the acetate and the foil cardstock.
Yes.
It's just going to stretch it so much further.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like to imagine how many cards you could make.
Hundreds.
With this. You could literally, couldn't you? Yeah.
Well, you've got your mini little book to start off with.
Yeah,
so
that could be 60, couldn't it? And you can see that gorgeous foiled edge-to-edge cardstock in the background on there. Just beautiful. And then the last one, oh look. Look at him. And you can see, can you see how the acetate's being wrapped around? That gorgeous scene. Just beautiful. So these are the sorts of cards that you're going to be able to make with this collection. So moving on, are we ready for lesson 2?
Yes.
So this is lesson 2 for today. Look at him.
So it looks like a normal little simple gift box, but he has a little secret.
Yeah. Should we tell the secret?
Yeah.
So the ribbon.
We have a little secret compartment, so you can pop little special surprises in there.
Do you know what I thought about this? It would be perfect. I often buy, you know, like for older children and you don't know what to buy them for Christmas, a gift card and some chocolates.
And then put chocolates in
so
the
you
box.
could literally put your gift card there and then the chocolates would go into the box.
Yeah.
And you've got your whole gift in one.
Yeah.
I think that's just perfect,
Definitely.
isn't it? Just beautiful. So should we have a look what we need to make this one? So you need your From Our Gnome to Yours club gift, the foiled cardstock, your adorable scoreable selection, your double-sided papers, your gold mirror card, the ribbon selection and your foam pads. Okay, Kat?
Okie dokie. So let's start at the beginning. That seems as good a place as any, doesn't it? So we are going to take let's do our lid. So we're going to take our foil cardstock. The base size of our lid here is 8x6. But remember, you can change the size of your box to whatever topper you're using for the same kind of effect.
Yeah, sometimes I get the card and then decide what size I'm making, isn't it? So you know
definitely
what you're working with.
So because it's 8x6, it's an inch deep, my box, so I need to add 2 inches on for a lip each side. So we're going to take that to 10 inches in that direction. And then we're going to do the same, and we'll take that to 8 in the other direction. And while I've got my trimmer out, let's cut my other piece. Now we are going to cut this exactly the same, so 10 by 8, and we're going to make the lid and the base fit together using the wonderful box making technology that makes the scoreboard so wonderful. And this is why we start by cutting these 2 pieces the same size. The only time you'd need to adjust the top and the bottom is if you're making your maybe your base thicker than your lid, and you obviously add your extra inches on, but we're just doing an inch for both of these.
This is so good because there might be people watching that haven't made boxes before because they might think, oh, it looks too difficult, or you know, I don't know what the measurements are. But once you know, they come together quite quickly, don't they?
They do. I can't believe there's any of our regular crafters out there haven't got this piece of kit. But if you are new to us and box making is something that you think you'd be interested in, we cannot recommend our skull board.
It's the essential, isn't it?
It makes it so easy, as you're about to find out. So for our base, it's dead simple. We've got this on our inches side here. You've got a lid marking on this part here and a box base on this one here. So we're just going to take this over to the base side, and then we're just going to score those inches in round each side.
We've got discussion on the chat about what the test's going to be today, Jess. I think I should be worried after my attempt at the history one yesterday.
You can't be worse than me in the geography.
I got one right, and only because I guessed it.
I think I would have fared better on the history. Although history is such a vast thing, isn't it? That there's so many different aspects and
yes, yeah.
Tudor history, I'm pretty nifty on.
I see. I didn't do history GCSE, so it's been sort of like 30 years since I've done any sort of school history.
Yeah. We are going to take our corners out of there, and this one we can make up straight away. This is our base, so we might as well just go ahead and make that up. So I'm going to give this a really good burnish down on each side. And fold in our little corners here. And once we've got them in place, quite like to keep them in because it makes it easier. Now usually I cheat, but because I've got time today, I'm going to make this proper, and we're going to use some of our thick high-tack tape.
Is that what you would recommend for box making?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Either this or your construction glue. Again, this is going to be instant adhesive. Your construction glue, you want to get like either some clips or some like those craft pegs and just hold it in place and let it dry for a little bit. But again, once that's set, it's going to be your heavy duty adhesive. And pop that round there. And then if you can just give me to 1 o'clock while I get the backing off my high-tie tape, we'll be absolutely fine.
Some days are okay, aren't they? And then other days it just doesn't want to play ball,
What I do like to do, which I'm probably not doing it on the right surface here, if you give it an extra burnish down, sometimes it just really helps adhere that sticky layer.
Yeah.
So it's easier to pull that top bit off.
Yeah, I definitely use like the tool, the 3-in-1 tool to help get it off or something.
Yeah. I am using my craft knife, A, because I like dicing with danger, and B, I quite often use my pokey tool for poking through my construction glue and stuff, so it's a bit goopy, so it's not at its sharpest. And then you just take each of these corners round. Oh, not folded that one, I've skipped one. And you just meet them up, take your cut line to your score line, give them a good press down.
Yeah, it's making sure you've got good sort of right angles, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And then I always just like to give it a squeeze in to keep it nice and rectangle. And that is our base. You are going to see me do it all again with the lids, but we are going to add some extra bits before we get to putting this lid together. So this time we make sure that we take it over to the lid side of our scoreboard. And this has just got a little bit extra, a tiny little bit extra to this side, which is going to make it bigger than the base, so it's going to fit over perfectly.
Does it matter what side you score the cardstock on, do you think?
I I tend to go on the back. I find it easier on the back, especially if you're scoring anything like Miri and stuff like that. Unless you want the embossed effect because you're scoring for decoration. I find it easier on the back. But again, it's a personal preference.
Yeah. I usually do it on the back, you know, if it's quite a busy pattern on the front.
Yeah.
Just so you can see the score lines a bit better.
So we're just going to take all our little notches out.
Yeah, people on the chat saying they're going to attempt boxes. What I'd suggest, maybe just get some old cardstock, isn't it, first?
Yeah,
give it a try. You know, try different sizes, different depths as well.
So we're going to leave this one as is for the time being, and we're going to move over to our sheet here. I'm going to take out this topper. This is a sizey topper. This you're going to need at least a 6x6 card to get this one on. But it's a great size for, like, if you like making easels and things like that with pop-up elements, because it's a really good, sturdy, impactful size.
And like we said earlier, it's already got the sentiment on there, hasn't it? So if you don't want to, you don't necessarily need to add another one onto it. Yeah, Claire says the box making's a lot easier than you think to do, and I think that's right, isn't it?
Once you've made one, and
you'll be addicted. You'll be addicted. You'll be making loads. Yep.
So we're going to take our frame. I'm going to use my tape roller, I think, for this, just for a bit stronger adhesion. That much so that it's sticking to myself.
I got through 3 tape runners yesterday.
That is a lot of tape.
I had a busy day. They're just so handy to use, aren't they? And
They
so good.
Really are. They're fabulous. So I'm going to take this, we're going to pop it centrally, like this way across. We're going to come a little bit further upwards towards the top, just so we've got room to add a sentiment down below afterwards. I'm going to pop that straight on there. And then we're going to go in with our craft knife. I hope I've got a knife sharp one. And we're going to leave this section intact. We're going to put a score down here in a bit. But all you've got to do is take your craft knife, butt it up against the inner frame here, and just follow the edge all the way around. And I'm hoping this is going to be nice to me today. Cut everything first time, and I like to, just as I'm going, check each time I come to the end of a cut that it's cut.
Just check it's gone all the way through.
So I don't get to the end and like, oh, which bit's sticking. I've got that bit. Bring this up. And round again, and this is just going to create that little door element for us, just using all the materials that we've already got here. Again, make sure that's all nicely cut. There's a little bit just sticking there. There we go. And that bit, I think I've done that. Have I done that? And then round the top. And again, this is really handy on your glass mat because you can kind of move the card as well. It just makes it a little bit easier. And then this last little corner here. Around this last edge. There. And we should have... No, it wants a little bit more encouragement here.
I'm definitely going to make these for Christmas.
It's so cute. Like I said, your gift card idea is perfect.
Yeah, gift card in the window part, and then the sort of a bag of sweets or chocolates in the other part.
And then you've got that like that. So if you can get a ruler, I'm sure there was one on here before. Have I moved it? It's here, it's hiding under the thing. I said, and just find a score line. You can pop this anywhere. You're just finding line that up with where your score is, then line the edge of here up, so you know it's going to sit in that that trough. Score down there. Pop that over. Give it a score back so we know. And that is the perfect size door then, obviously, for that little frame that we've made. So we're going to pop this over now, and we're going to bring in another piece of this fabulous cardstock. And we're going to make this so we've got that hidden compartment bit that is just going to sit through. And you can make this as shallow or as deep as you like. I'm going to pop it onto 2 depth foam pads, layering 2 up, as you'll see in a minute. But if you wanted it deeper for something, you just keep adding the foam pads till you've got the right depth, thickness. So we know the inside of our box is 8 by 6. So if I cut this to 7.5 by 5.5, well, that's absolutely fine to go on the inside in there. And again, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I recommend that you add your foam pads all the way round. Now, because this is the part that you see, and you want to add your foam pads to this side.
Yes, yeah.
Because this is the layer that's going to go down. But as you can see, I'm just going to double them up. But like I said, just keep going. If you want a deeper hidden compartment, just keep adding on top. Ooh, something stuck on the bottom of that one. It's already doubled. But yeah, you can go all the way round with your foam pads. I'm just going to take these out. Off. And then we can just pop that on the back. Make sure that your foiled side is facing up. Centre that inside here so it's nice and neat. And then when you open your door, you've got this lovely compartment inside here. So let me find where I've hidden my topper. I'm going to tuck it out. This will be fun.
So it's making sure you do all this part before you stick the edges, like the sides together, isn't it, for the top?
I mean, you can do it, but it's just easier while it's flat.
Yeah.
So before we pop this guy on, just to make like a little, we're going to make just like a little ribbon hanger, just so it makes it obvious that you're meant to open it.
Yes, yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah, you don't want the gift card not be noticed. Yeah, I think whatever's in there.
So make sure you're going on the right hand side here. I'm just going to use a little bit. You don't need to be too tricksy about this because again, it's all going to be hidden. Make a little loop out of your ribbon. Stick that down. I'm going to use a little bit of excess, and then I'm going to make sure that my foam pad runs over the top as well, so it's doubly secure down there.
So if you get the ribbon that comes with this kit, you know it's just going to match perfectly, don't you, with the colours.
And I like this one because I think it's an idea that can be taken across. You could probably make this with a version of this with each of the topper sets from this collection.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
The circle might be a bit tricky. I don't fancy cutting a circle door, but I'm sure there's a way to do it. So then just pop that back in the centre where we normally...
I think that topper frame's just a nice shape, isn't it? Because it's slightly detailed, but not too intricate that it's too difficult to cut round.
And then we'll just go back in with our high tack. I hope everybody's having a nice chill morning with our craft along today.
Oh no, I hope everyone's enjoying it as much as we are.
Oh, it's so nice not to have to like stress about time.
Yeah.
Right?
And again, just nice to share ideas, isn't it? There might be people that haven't made the spinner cards before, or people thinking sort of boxes are too difficult to make, or
not at all. And like I said, if you're wanting to make a lot for Christmas, batch do them. Spend spend time cutting all your bases, cutting all your lids, and then the next day you can come back and do your detailed work on them and stuff,
Yeah.
or, you know, just popping your high tack tape on them all.
And then maybe not stick them together, is it, until you're ready to use them, you know, so that you can store them
flat.
Yeah.
That's tip of the day. that gets tip of the day. I like that.
just get them all ready, isn't it? And then
It's not where my brain goes, but it's like, yeah, let's make up 100 boxes, which I have done before with things like favours and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, where am I meant to keep these for the next 3 months? I'll just take all this round now. And we'll make...
but you can just see how good the cardstock is, isn't it, for
Yeah.
making these
You can
sort
see
of
all
3D
these
makes.
folds, not a crack or a crease in sight. And we'll just go back, and we have got our lovely sentiment here, especially for you at Christmas, which is the perfect sentiment for this one. Foam pad, foam pad. Just a couple of these little squares. I've run out of my chunky strips.
Yeah, they're my go-to, the strips.
The great
Strips
sentiments
and
and
the large
everything
squares,
like that,
yeah.
aren't they? And we can just pop that in the centre now. And the one that I made for display, I did just put a little insert in the box. I just did a matte and layer of the gold and some of the papers, which I'm sure you can figure out by yourself. If you've done the box, that bit should be easy. But you can just see how perfectly that fits together there. And here we have our little secret compartment gift box.
I absolutely love it, and like you said, just that little bit of ribbon, just that somebody knows what they need to do with it as well.
Yeah,
It just
definitely.
finishes it off as well. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people trying that out, especially with Christmas gifts coming up as well.
Definitely.
I think like teacher gifts as well, isn't it? You know, when
Yeah.
maybe sort of an inexpensive gift, but you want it to sort of look really nice
Yeah,
as well, isn't it?
definitely. If
Gorgeous.
you do make different variations of it, please send in your pictures. We'd love to see them.
Oh yeah, we love to see other people's makes, don't we? Gives us ideas as well. So, oh, it's that time. Is it test time, Jess?
Not really a test.
Yay!
Oh, it's not really a test.
No, we're all right.
Yay!
We got away with it, Kat. We don't have to do a test. So, what we are going to do is look at some statements, and it is called most likely to.
Oh.
So, we're going to have a discuss, without upsetting anyone, I hope, most likely to. So, let's have a look at the first one. Most likely to be the teacher's pet.
I think that's you. Everybody loves you at the moment.
Yeah, but I feel like that's because I'm new. So I kind of like, you know, when you're new and you want to make a good impression and sort of...
Oh, we've not seen the real Amy yet. have we
Yeah,
not?
can't push boundaries to start with, can you? You just...
Kelly's quiet.
Oh, I don't know.
Is she
Oh.
not? When she's in here, she's very about
She
getting
gets the job
things
done and she does it really well, yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, should we
Okay,
go for Amy then?
okay.
Amy.
Next one. Who is most likely to cheat on an exam? Oh.
Are you a cheater, Jess?
No.
No.
Never.
No.
I don't know.
That's hard,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's a tricky one. Because it's basically saying that we don't trust them. Can we skip
There's an
that?
underlying question there, isn't there? I
Um,
mean, no one should ever cheat at an exam any
Is-
time.
if it's people...
Put in Natalie.
Are they? Oh, Donna put Becca.
Oh, no,
Oh.
I know. Are we allowed
Oh.
to say people multiple times?
Yeah.
Well, we've got to go for Dan then. You remember when he was like cheating on his box making challenge and things like that?
Yeah, and when he kind of goes off script.
Yeah.
Yeah, not following the rules.
Dan because he spilled the beans too much.
Oh, yeah. He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
I hope he's not watching. Our jobs might depend on this. But he is. It's somebody that we have seen cheat. So
There you go. We've got evidence.
We've got
We'll go
video
with that one.
evidence.
Next one. Who is most likely to get told off for talking in class? I mean, I feel like that's partly our job.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we could get told off for talking.
Bex.
It'd be a bit,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
it'd be a bit
Bex.
awkward if we sat here not talking, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Do you think Bex?
Yeah, but Bex is the...
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go Bex for that one. Who is most likely to be the class clown?
See, you want to say Dan for that one as well, don't you?
Do you think? Jess? Who do you think?
I reckon Dan. Out of everyone.
Dan?
Yeah.
Do you think?
He likes making people laugh at him, doesn't he?
With him, not at him. With him. Okay, next one. Who is most likely to get detention?
No, that one's Natalie.
Yeah.
If she wasn't the cheater, she can be a little bit naughty, can't she?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of it.
Yeah. Did you ever get detention at school?
Never. Not a single
No, nor
one.
me.
Not a single
Jess,
one.
did you?
Never.
Look at us three. How good are
You
we?
were the teacher's pets.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
maybe.
Obviously. Who is most likely to be head girl or boy?
Well, it's got to be Anne-Marie, hasn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
She'd be a really good head girl, wouldn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yes, I dodged them.
Oh, we need to make up another one, Jess, in the next one.
Most
Well, Kat's
likely
doing the
to
sketch
get,
challenge, we'll-
Most likely to get randomly obsessed with stupid things.
Why would you say that, Kat?
Because I get randomly obsessed.
So that is our most likely to. People are adding their answers into the comments as well. Just going back to the kit that we showed earlier, there are also a few other extras that go with it. Firstly, I love these. The free digital background downloads. So if you visit the Hunky Dory Hub, you'll be able to download these for free. And if you remember the shows that we did with these, Anne-Marie did a gorgeous one with the sort of the photo frames on the wall. So you could go back and have a look at those. But you can download those for free on the Hub. So they're
I didn't know
available.
about these.
Didn't you?
No, I'm going to have to go and have a look at them.
Yeah, I'm going to go out of order. Yes, I'm really sorry. The Teacher's Pet Award's gone. But that, I think Natalie made this, didn't she, on one of the shows, and that's using that background. Just gorgeous. You'll be able to see all the different things that you can do
It's
with it.
Perfect example as well, though, that you've not got to use the image as it is. Don't just think,
Yeah.
oh, there's a square that I've got to colour in and stuff. You can still cut into them and take the elements and mix and match them with other elements.
Yeah, definitely footy cut from your book as well to add sort of characters to those as well. So they are your free digi downloads. We've also got our gemstone roll selection. So almost 5,000 gems in total.
Wow.
You've got
look at those
4
colours, how
different
perfect.
colour assortments. But yeah, they're just perfect for this collection, aren't they? Those purples and greens as well. Just gorgeous. So they are on a strip, but you can snip along the strip at any point.
You can,
So
yes.
you know you don't need to keep them as they are. So they are just $11.96, or if you're in the Diamond Club, $6.99. I think they would look lovely on the side, along the side of your boxes. Just to
Yes,
really add
yeah.
that bit of sort of glamour to them, wouldn't they? We've also got our Moonstone dies, the Festive Fair Isle cutting borders. So again, if you haven't seen these, go back and watch the shows where we've had these on before. So you get 4 different border strips. So you can use one on its own, or combine sort of 2 or more together. And you can see on the card how that's been done. I just love that. Just through white card, isn't it? And then just back it with some red,
Yeah.
with your sentiment. Just gorgeous. Again, you'll be able to use your Miri selection, your adorable, scorable selection that we've got today to cut into those as well. Just gorgeous. So if you are in the Diamond Club, just $9.99 for those. And lastly, for the love of stamps, so we've got 3 different stamp sets, just $19.98. So you'll be able to see. Let's move it over. Look at him skiing.
So cute.
And again, you've got the scenes as well, so you can make the scene up with the trees. You've got a sentiment and the snowflake as well. So these are 3 for 2. They are £9.90, couldn't you, and layering up as well.
Yeah.
These are going to be perfect to use with the Digi downloads as well. And then lastly,
So cute.
gorgeous fireplace, isn't it? And toasting his marshmallows in the tree. Again, combining these with other collections that you've got as well. And they're big stamps, aren't they? They're going to be sort of focal points for your cards as well. So £9.99 each, or it's a 3 for 2. So you're getting all 3 for £19.98, was it? Yep, for £19.98. So let's have a look. Oh, that card's in here that Anne-Marie made. So we'll have a look. So here you've got the gorgeous one skein, and it's been done on sort of a, what do you call them? Wobbler.
Yes.
Like an acetate wobbler, so you can see how that moves. Look at that.
Aww.
So it's the Digi download's been printed onto craft card.
Yeah.
And then you put all your stamping onto that craft card. You get such a different effect, don't you? Like using craft card.
I do. Everybody knows I love colouring
Yeah.
on craft card. It's funny, I was just thinking when we saw the fireplace in the stamps, thought, oh, you could use that with the frame
Yeah.
Digi download.
Yeah, but you can see how well they've all come together and how, you know, everything's been thought about. This one here, gorgeous colouring, and those border strips have been used as well in that one. So it might be, you know, and all of those you're never going to run out of. You're always going to have the stamps. You're always going to have the dies,
And
aren't you?
that's
So
it. I
thinking
think
how
that
many
die
you could
set
make.
is great. You can make like your own foiled cardstock, couldn't you? If you, like you said before, with your adorable scoreable and your foiled. So
Yeah.
once you've run out of your selection, you can just keep making.
Yeah,
your
and
own.
because then you've got your 2 layers, it just
Yeah.
adds that effect to it, doesn't it? I love this one as well. It's like the white space in it.
Definitely.
I'm always a more is more and try and throw it like as much on as I can, but I think that one I do
It's
really
so
like that.
clean and
Yeah.
crisp, isn't it?
Again, all those elements you're going to be able to use time after time. And then this one is taking that pages from the book. And you can see it's just been layered up, fussy cut and layered up. And that gorgeous background. Yeah, that they've done that there, haven't
Yeah.
they? So it looks like it's that foiled cardstock. And then the last one. Oh, I love this one. So
Ooh.
I know, I've not seen this one before. So they've cut an aperture in and backed it with that acetate, and then just put all those gemstones around
Oh,
it.
I'm going to need to pinch that idea.
I know. How gorgeous is that with the strips of the gemstones around it? Just gorgeous. So if you love this collection, then you can get the free gift, which is the 4 topper sheets, the 4 foiled cardstock and the 4 printed cardstock. Is free for club members, and then you can buy the larger selection that has got the little book in it, your adorable scoreable, and your inserts and patterned papers if you want those as well. I think we're on to sketch challenge. Let's go. We're on to sketch challenge. I have just got to find it under my desk. Why can't I work tidy? Right.
You're not alone there.
So each day this week we've done a sketch challenge. So Mondays was a sketch challenge, and then the person who did Monday had to do a sketch challenge for Tuesday. They are all up on the Hunky Dory Hub, Jess, so you can go back and have a look at those as well. But this is the sketch that Stacey did, that Kat is to use today.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see she's got those inverted corners and that diamond sort of as a focal point.
Thanks, Stace.
So you're going to use this kit to do this one as well?
Yeah, I think so. I might have. I'd seen the sketch before, so I pulled out a few bits that we need, because obviously, like the diamond shape and stuff. I might have to. I've not fully thought it through, so I might have
That's
to pinch
all
some
right.
bits off you as
But
we
I think
go
that's
along.
been the nice thing about it this week, seeing the process,
Yeah.
how people come together. But what we want you to do, if you comment the word sketch during this demo, at the end, Jess is going to pick a winner to win the 5 cards that we've made during the sketch challenge this week. That's such a nice prize, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so you'll get 5 cards. So if you comment the word sketch during this demo, and then Jess will pick a winner at the end.
So, I've got my inverted corner punch, so we might as well start there. And we'll take out our corners. They're not quite as chunky as on the diagram, but I do think we have a die this shape, so you could make your own.
Yes, we have, I think, yeah. What size card are you doing?
This is a 7x5, I think. 7x5 or... No, an 8x6. She lies. She lies. And just to make it a bit easier, I'm going to do these separately. So, we'll do that. So it's kind of the shape. It's not quite as chunky, but it's the idea. And that's, I think, with the sketch challenge, the point that we get across is this is just a guide. As long as you bring in the main elements, you can then add bits or maybe change the shape slightly. So I'm going to take a, what's this called? Gold Mirror 8x6 mat.
Yeah, I mean, earlier in the week, I was thinking of what sort of card I can do, and I did actually use one of the sketches from earlier in the week.
Yeah.
So if you're sort of stuck for ideas, sketch challenges are just brilliant.
We should do a book of them. I shouldn't say that out loud, should I?
Oh, like a library
Yeah.
of sketches, yeah. There we go, that's another idea, yeah. Because sometimes even we get stuck, don't we? Like, even if you craft all day, you still sometimes think, oh, I'm not quite sure what to do, or just want new ideas.
Definitely.
But
I know if you have the mags, there's a sketch challenge in there every time,
that, yeah.
So always keep them. Ooh, I've missed a corner here at the bottom.
Again, it's having that little notebook, isn't it, where you write things down, just, draw out the sketches.
And sometimes it might come the other way around. You might make a card up as you go along, but then look back at it and think, do you know what, I'm going to jot that down as a sketch because it's
really
not
like
a
the layout
I'd really
of it,
like to use again. So that just fits that perfectly. So I've gone with my red collection because I know Stacey used the green one yesterday, and I've used the green and the purple today. So
We've started something now, Kat. Project book of sketches would be fab. Yeah.
Let's take this one. So we'll make our basic mat and layer. So I'm going to take this down to 3 notches under the 6 by 3 notches under the edge. And I'll tell you one thing, if you don't know how to use a corner punch by the end of this, you never ever will.
You've not paid attention.
No.
It might be something that some people haven't seen before, isn't it? And it, again, just adds something different to your cards.
Definitely. And let's get that on. And then I've got to start thinking about these actual elements that we're putting on. So I've got a strip going down the middle. Oh, this cardstock had a nice border, didn't it, going down, so I could just use...
Oh, yeah, it did, yeah.
Just use that. Yep, so let's bring this back in. Let's take this to, does that keep all my white? So I'm going 3 notches under the 3. And again, it's the length of the card that she's put this strip, so we will take it to 3 notches under the 8. And then just cut myself another little mat to 8 by 3.
I love the borders on the cardstock though, because they're brilliant for things like this, aren't they? And then you've got the whole of the rest of the sheet to use. Absolutely,
and it's remembering as well that you don't need to use them where they're placed on the sheet, that you can cut them off.
Yes, yeah.
And pop them somewhere else, and like rejig the layout of your cardstock. Let's pop that there. My brain, sorry if I'm not talking, my brain's like trying to think ahead of the next step of what I'm going to do.
But that is a nice thing sometimes, isn't it? We've said that this week, to see the process, to
Yeah.
see sort of how things come together, trial things out, see if they work.
So let's run this down the middle-ish. Sure, keeping all my layers intact. So that's down there. So now we come on to this diamond. So, where's my top sheet? We've not got anything that's a diamond on here, so I've brought in the diamond nesting dies, she says. They're over there. And then I think I'm going to add a topper on top, so we're keeping the elements together. Can I pinch the pattern paper that's like that, the Fair Isle one? Would you mind?
That one?
Yes, please. Let's use this for our
Sorry, Jess.
diamond in the middle. No, too big, because I think I'm just going to put one of the little toppers in, not to take away from the overall design of the card. Can I scotch up one bigger? No, I think I preferred the other one. We'll do that. Pop this in half. And we'll just run that through the die cut machine.
These diamond dies are good though, aren't they? It would take me forever to try and work out
yeah.
sort of.
A diamond.
Yeah.
Right, she's going to wing it. She's not going to stick it down. She's going to be a rebel.
But I think with the sketch challenge, you could even change the shape, couldn't you? I know we're sticking to them as much as we can, but you can even, you know, if you haven't got diamonds or.
Yeah, definitely. You could just read that diamond as a topper.
Yeah.
And pop your topper there. We do that a lot. When you look at the sketch challenge in the magazines, you'll see it might be drawn out with like circle elements or squares, but we'll do one where we've used the opposite. So
yeah. Or it's spun around, so you're doing it sort of
a different way.
Yeah.
So it's more about like the actual layout and the base ideas and the actual shapes that are contained within it. Alright, so let's pop this down. Let's get some foam pads. I do usually I would recommend, got the thin ones here, they might work. If I'm using papers and I'm wanting to pop them on anything other than flat, cutting the same size in card and sticking it to, or cutting it to card first and then die cutting it.
Yes.
Just so it's a little bit more stable, a little bit secure. Your foam pads aren't going to show through it.
Yeah,
or anything.
definitely.
It's what I've started to do with like my little book pages or my pocket pad pages. If I'm going to be cutting into them or die cutting them or anything like that, it just gives them that a little bit of extra strength. But only if you're doing something extra with them. If you're just wanting to pop them down, they're absolutely fine. I feel like I've been very bossy telling everybody what to do today.
But you know,
it's meant to be informative.
I don't think it's
meant
telling
to be...
people what to do. I think it's sharing ideas, isn't it? And I think that's what we wanted this week to be about, wasn't it? Sharing ideas and tips. And you know, none of us have ever said this. You have to do it this way. It's just how we do things, just to you know, share with everyone.
So I said I was going to do a little topper, but I might have changed my mind.
She's gone for the biggest one on the sheet. Oh, that looks nice.
I don't know. Let's have a look at the smaller ones. See, I have no strip. Oh, no, I have got a thingy sentiment. Yeah, let's just pop him there. Double this up because these are the skinny ones. And we will pop him in the middle. And then I haven't got a rectangular sentiment, so this is what I'm doing. I'm taking one of the oval ones will work the same. And we'll pop that across the bottom. Or can I be really naughty?
Yeah, go on.
And add another thing to the top, because I just feel like it's a bit imbalanced.
So don't forget as well, you can enter these sketch challenges still. You just need to email your entries to studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. So if you have a look at the hub on the website, you will see the different sketch challenges on there.
And there we go. That's my interpretation of Stacey's sketch challenge.
Oh, I love it. I think those corners just really add something to the card, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Just that extra bit of interest. Oh, I love it. Thank
you.
you. Can I take it?
Of course you can.
Thank you. So, let me just show you that again. We'll just show you quickly the 5 cards that we've made in the sketch challenge this week. So we've got 2 using that gorgeous collection there. Then we've got 1 using the Halloween collection that we launched recently. Did you do that one, Kat?
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, it was your sketch, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
think?
yeah. And we've got the one I did on Tuesday using the 3 circles. And then lastly, the one Natalie did on Monday. So the winner of those 5 cards chosen by Jess on YouTube is Jacinda Freeman. So well done to you. If you just pop us a message and we will get those sent out to you. Well done. So win it weekly. We're up to that. Yep. The answer to win the 3-tier storage trolley. Which of the following school rules is true? Is it A, not allowed to eat ketchup during school hours? Is it B, cannot play football on a Wednesday? Or is it C, allowed to cheat 1 test per year? And the answer, do you know, Kat?
I do, but only because we were talking about it before.
So the answer is A, eat ketchup during school hours. Okay, every day's a school day, so I'm going to give you some interesting information. France officially banned the tomato condiment from all school and college cafeterias because of its high sugar content. They also imposed the rule that students can only have fries once a week. Okay, and interestingly, school children are not allowed to bring home prepared food to school in France.
No packed lunches.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been easier if they just changed it to no added sugar, sugar tomato ketchup? Because you can get that.
Yeah.
That's what we get.
And I wonder what the amount of sugar in other things as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I'm sure there's other people that dread doing packed lunches though.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
When Jackson said he wanted to go back on packed lunches at the beginning of this term, I was
Yeah.
like, no, really?
Luckily, so far, I mean, we were only talking day 3, aren't we, of the new term. Both my girls have made their own packed lunches this week. So, fingers crossed that carries on. But we will wait and see. So, the 3 winners of the trolley are Pauline Malloy, Gemma Wilson and Tracy Morley. Well done to you 3. I know, how exciting. You will all be receiving one of our 3-tier trolleys. Again, if you could message in and we will get those sent out to you. Well done for that. The next thing we need to do, I love doing a Friday because it is spin the wheel. This is the exciting part. So the question we want you to answer in the comments is, what was your favourite subject at school? Okay, it might be something you were really good at or just something that you really enjoyed. Jess, what was yours?
I think mine was history, you know.
History?
Yeah.
Did
Like
you do well on the test yesterday?
No,
Oh.
that was history I hadn't learned. I like modern history, you know, like wars and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
The war.
Yeah. What about you, Kat?
Yeah, history and drama. But I like Tudor history and stuff and medieval history. And yeah, drama. I love drama as well.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit dramatic.
Did you do drama? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I think mine would be, I don't know. I quite like sort of the woodwork and the sort of
I like
food
that as well.
tech and subjects like that.
Yeah, I
and
was the
also
only girl
English.
to take. I was the only girl in my class to take woodwork.
Oh,
There was a
were
few
you?
of us in the year, but not many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Have we got anybody on here? Art. Yeah, my youngest daughter loves her art.
Yeah.
She's really into that. Cookery. Lots of art. History. Margaret said hers was maths. I didn't mind maths, but I think once you stop using a lot of it, you sort of
it
forget,
does.
don't you, what?
I think a lot of it is teacher dependent as well.
Yes.
I think if you like the teacher, you like the subject. It can be your favourite subject in the world, and then you change years and you get a different teacher.
Yeah.
And it can make
It does
a
make
world
all
of
the difference,
difference.
doesn't it? Yeah. So let's spin the wheel and see what the prize will be. What have we got? 2 designer card packs.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. So the winner is
Karen Milne, I think, on Facebook.
Karen Milne
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Milne.
Okay, yep.
And she's put home economics, which is cooking.
Home economics, yeah. Well done to you. So again, if you have a look, choose which designer card packs you want, which 2 you want, and let us know. We will get those sent out to you. TV schedule. So Pauline's got a fun afternoon at Hobby Maker on Sunday. If you join her at 3 p.m. with the bigger book of Christmas sentiments and the Christmas perfect poetry, and then again at 6 p.m. With the new issue 79 of the magazine. Next up here, we've got diamond deals on Monday. Incredible offers on some of your favourite craft essentials. So join myself and Stacey for that on Monday at 10 a.m. Thank you, Kat,
Thank you, Amy.
for your wonderful demos. Thanks, Jess. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. We'll see you next week.